Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we're going to be showcasing a little bit more of a meta deck, and this is going to be Illaoi Twisted Fate Ionia. Now, I say meta deck, but I don't think this deck is as popular as other decks in the moment, and I don't see a reason why, because this deck is actually doing really well in the stats and performs really well. The idea is that you're kind of using the Ionia to kind of back up the Illaoi combo, and be able to just get really huge tentacles to kind of win the game. Of course, with the help of Nagakabouros, with the help of the buff Tentacle Smash, now that it costs 3 mana, etc, etc. It actually ends up being pretty solid and very consistent deck. Very Illaoi consistent deck. I think this might be the best Illaoi deck. Between this and like the Demacia versions, I think this is a little bit safer because you have access to so many good cards from Ionia like Deny and Worthy Soul that can just deny anything that the opponent wants to do. Spirit's Refuge to keep our health healthy if we go against aggro, and even stuff like Syncopation, Ghost that can present some sneaky lethals. Syncopation can even protect our units, and Twin Discipline as well. I think the tools from Ionia fit a lot better with kind of what like the Illaoi package wants to do, which is just keep like one big tentacle as big as possible, and Illaoi, the Ionia lets us protect that one big tentacle. Combine that then with the buff Nagakabouros, and it means that if you're actually able to keep that tentacle alive, you have a good chance of actually getting your Nagakabouros Tantrum online and kind of winning the game from there. It's really fun when you can actually get the Tantrum to go through and just present lethal to the opponent. So that's why I wanted to showcase this deck, because I think it's one deck that's not been played a lot while actually being pretty good in my opinion. So hopefully you all learn a thing or two from today's video, and if you do, you get to give this deck a shot as well. If you do like today's video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video for some mulligan tip and some additional strategies with this deck. Enjoy. In this matchup, we're going against Jax Ornn. Now we do have access to the recall, the 3-mana recall that can destroy the equipment as well, so that is not bad. I like keeping the Illaoi in my hand. Do we keep the twin? Do we keep the twin, or are we looking for something better? I think I'm looking for something better. Seize Boys, not the better thing that I was looking for. Maybe the spawn was actually correct. And there we go. We get the Unworthy Soul. That would allow me to recall the unit as well as destroy any equipment that gets forged here, which is nice. The knife doesn't really help us a lot. I guess it could help us against... it could help us. Yeah, it could help us. It could help us against the strike, right? Really? Yeah, just a little bit too early here, Watchful Idol. Just a little bit early, huh? What if we just attack? What if we just attack and let the opponent block with Jax if they want to? That's what I thought. We get the tentacle for free. They get to forge. Do we recall this now? The opponent's just gonna get the Jax right back. So I don't know how I feel about it. We could also just smash him, right? We could also use Tentacle Smash. Am I okay with this? I think I'm fine with this, right? Because the opponent still doesn't get to actually level their Jax, right? We still go Illaoi. We still go Illaoi. I guess the opponent can have a strike. Doesn't have the strike. The Tentacle Smash doesn't actually kill it, because I forgot that Tentacle Smash actually only spawns 2 now instead of 3. But it will kill it now if we do it here. My concern is if we attack, I'm letting the opponent level up this Jax for free. If we go Tentacle Smash now, we're losing... We could go Eye of God. I don't want them... We could also go Buru Luca, but that cuts me out of Deny and the recall. I need to be able to keep at least one of these two. So, Tentacle Smash plus this is 5, which still taps me out. Maybe we just left... Like, I don't want to give them this Artisan value. Yes, I know, I'm not indecisive, but I have to think about this. I'm sorry. Maybe we just go here. Maybe we just go Buru. That way we have the Tentacle Smash. If the opponent blocks with the Artisan, they're getting punished. The opponent could strike this Tentacle with the Artisan. Like if they have the fish fight, it does technically kill the Tentacle, which is what my concern was. And he also allows him to level up the Jax. I don't like that. I don't like tapping out of Deny or Unworthy Soul, because I do really get punished very badly by the fish fight. The problem with the strike is that we could also get punished by Unforgiving Cold or Harsh Winds, whichever one the opponent is running. I guess that's not true. Because I spawned 2, I can still kill the Jax, right?
You are paralyzed.
So because if the opponent does nothing here, I think I just go for the... Because this is spawning 2, it happens after the freeze. So we're always able to kill the Jax, right? So we're always able to kill the Jax here, regardless of what happens. And I think I like doing that instead of attacking first. So again, this kills the Jax. Even if the opponent has the Unforgiving Cold, the spawn 2 happens after, and the Jax only has 2 HP, so it will kill the Jax. It will also allow us to just level up Illaoi this turn and just push a lot of damage this way. So if the opponent had a fish fight, they had to do it before I was able to do this. They could still have the fish fight here, right? They could still have the fish fight. I mean, are we just waiting for me to tap out? Maybe they were just waiting for me to tap out of like the twin. Doesn't look like they have it, so I guess we just attack. They could still have the Unforgiving Cold. If they have the Unforgiving Cold, they get to kill this Tentacle, which is a little bit unfortunate. If I go here, the Unforgiving Cold doesn't actually kill the Illaoi because she has 6 HP. I think it's better to keep that Tentacle alive than it is to sacrifice it into the partition. The fact that the opponent kept exactly 5 mana tells me that they actually have the freeze in their hand. So they could freeze here, but it's wasting the freeze on the Tentacle. If the Illaoi strike goes through, she levels up, and there you go. They have the freeze. Ooh, Unforgiving Cold. Okay. It still dies. It does stop the Illaoi from leveling up. Interesting. Okay. We still keep our big Tentacle, and we still have access to Unworthy Soul if needed. We can still play this Illaoi, stopping the opponent from being able to attack, because they're just giving me value here.
Impossible.
So we play the second Illaoi. We can go Eye of the we can go Eye of God. I was gonna say Eye of the Dragon. Fish fight is still a problem. Fish fight is still a problem. I would love to go Eye of God into the open attack. I think that's probably the best way to do it. This has quick attack, so I'm going to take that 5. We can block this one, which means another 2. I go down to 2 HP. Is 2 HP safe when the opponent has Overwhelms? They have 2 Overwhelm equipment. No, they only have 1 Overwhelm equipment. This one is just quick attack because I guess I can technically block that, but then I'm losing to a potential... if I block the Ruthless Raider, I'm losing to a catch, right? So I don't think I can do that. If I go here, I go down to 2. And I'm okay with that. We attack, and Illaoi is going to level up. And we have Deny as well as Tentacle Smash and Unworthy Soul to protect ourselves. There we go. My idea is that if I put these units out of range of being able to be killed by anything that they have, I don't see how I lose this. The Unworthy Soul should protect me against any shenanigans that the opponent has. Even if the opponent has an Ornn here, the Ornn is not leveled up yet, so I'm not too concerned about it. My HP is just a resource. We have access to Deny, and we have access to Unworthy Soul. We also have Tentacle Smash, which actually spawns 3 now because the Illaoi is going to be leveled up. So, yep. Increases value by 1. So, yeah, so the Tentacle Smash is going to spawn 3, bringing the Tentacle back. And the Tentacle is at 10 power, so you can actually just kill the Ornn with the Tentacle Smash. This Tentacle Smash draw was actually pretty crazy. We also had a pretty good hand, though, right? Double Illaoi. I would have gotten really punished by the fish fight, right? There was a lot of times in this game where if the opponent had the fish fight, they would have blown us out because we didn't have the twin or the syncopation. But I think we couldn't really play around it, right? We correctly predicted the freeze, and I think that's a fine predict to have made. The fish fight, I think it just, if they had it, they had it, right? So again, if the opponent develops anything here, we can just, like, if the opponent develops anything that scares us, we can just Tentacle Smash. If they don't have anything that's really scary, then we don't have to do anything. We can just go Watchful Idol and just have this tentacle grow even bigger. Might even smack the... Okay, opponent's actually gonna just go for the Overwhelm there? Really? They wanna copy the Overwhelm with the Ornn then, right? But if we just set up the Tentacle Smash... Okay, so the opponent's gonna have Ornn, it's gonna cost 7. They're gonna be left with 3 mana, which is not enough for any freeze unless they have exactly Flash Freeze. And then we can next do Tentacle Smash plus Unworthy Soul and be okay. So yeah, I think we can just safely put this Eye of God in Illaoi, which doesn't really do anything, by the way, because the Tentacle Smash happens after the Illaoi. The Eye of God spawn happens after the Illaoi actually attacks. Okay, well, that's not what I expected. So this is 830, yeah, so we just got Tentacle Smash, just kill it. I was expecting an Ornn, but the Colossus still gets punished the same way. And then we just recall the Jerk with the Unworthy Soul, and that wins us the game. This spawns 3, so he actually stays at 3 HP. With 2 mana, I don't see anything that the opponent could have to actually stop us. We need to commit the Tentacle Smash now, because obviously the opponent could just attack after. So, Tentacle Smash into Unworthy Soul should get us there.
Many are moved by fear.
Maybe opponent's trying to put a catch here and get rid of the Tentacle, but it doesn't work because the Tentacle gains 3. Oh, it's just going to be Share Seize. So if the opponent goes like this, they do kill the Tentacle. But now if I just Unworthy Soul this, the Tentacle stays at 11 HP and we're fine. So by committing the last 2 set of mana, we can just go here. The Tentacle stays at 11, so the Overwhelm here doesn't matter. And then we go Nagakabouros just to make our Tentacle as big as we can. Draw a little bit, open attack. Percent lethal. I guess opponent could have the freeze here. I still don't think I'm too scared of the freeze. Because the opponent still doesn't have the... Like, this is still a 28 power Tentacle, right? Because he gets healed up because of the Illaoi. So even if the opponent has multiple Overwhelm units, my units are now... My Tentacle is just so big that it doesn't matter. We still have Tentacle Smash to slap it again. I guess opponent could get another Rock Colossus. They could go wider. I'm gonna have to play the Seas Boys because they could technically go wide enough. I got rid of the Overwhelm equipment. So as long as we deal with the Colossus, this is not gonna be an Overwhelm threat. Yeah, they could go wider, so I do need to, I guess, be a little bit careful about that. Because if they go wider than us, that could be a problem.
May she look upon our journey with pride.
I don't know if it's the answer prayer here. I think we just chill. This is at 30. This is at 7. The opponent gets their second Rough Colossus, which is giving the Light of Icathia. Do we Tentacle Smash now or let the opponent commit something? Because this one already used the equip, right? So I think we have to let that second Tentacle, that second Colossus come down. And before that second Colossus gets equipped, this is where we smack it. Because if the opponent is able to, if the opponent has another 1-cost equipment, which they shouldn't, right? Because they already used the Gats. So this is fine. If opponent has like an Intune, for example, like a main thing Intune, we still have Deny. No matter what they do, they can't do anything anymore. So this should be good. This should be good. Oh, we go down to 1 though. I guess we go to 1. The opponent doesn't have Share Seize anymore. They already used 2 of them. I guess I'm still in a position where the opponent actually has access to... If the opponent actually has access to a second freeze, we're actually in trouble. So if the opponent has a second freeze, they could actually win the game by having the impact next turn. Because we still at 9, so if they top deck the freeze, they win. They didn't top deck it, so we get there. It's funny that we ended up getting the ghost. Wouldn't have done anything for us if the opponent had the freeze. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Viego Elise with Frelia. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going against, but I might keep the Siege Boys. No, I think I want to get my Tentacles, right? So I want to get Illaoi is good. I wanted to get the 1-drop, right? I think that would have been better than keeping the Siege Boys. I think it's a little bit too early for the Siege Boys. You want to kind of begin by making your Tentacle as big as possible. Illaoi and Tentacle Smash and Nagakabouros is pretty good. Nagakabouros himself might be a little bit awkward here because the opponent can just Vengeance the Nagakabouros. But because Nagakabouros starts at round... when you summon him, if we do it in the opponent's attack turn, when they tap out of the Vengeance, it might be enough to actually get there. We also have the hand that could get this to 10 by turn 8. Although, with Illaoi in our hand, if we get to 10 Tentacle, if we get a 10 power Tentacle by turn 8, we probably have already won anyways, because that means that Illaoi is probably already leveled up. So right now, my plays look to be Nagakabouros on turn 3, and then Illaoi on turn 4, and Buru Luca on turn 5. If we have an answer, if we draw something like a deny, then maybe I hold them on the Buru Luca so that I can protect my Illaoi. Buru Leader is not what we're looking for here. Yeah, so let's just go Nagakabouros. Maybe we actually draw the 1-drop or protection with this Nagakabouros. And opponent is either... Okay, no, opponent's not AFK. They actually pressed OK there before the timer went down. So let's go Nagakabouros. I think I prefer to draw rather than play the Siege Boys. Our hand is still not looking very good, to be honest. So it still doesn't look great. You're actually gonna kill this thing. Okay, I thought they were actually gonna kill it. I guess they can set up to kill it later. It's oh, I know what it is. Because they're on Frelia, it's Iceborne. It's Iceborne spiders, right? So why Viego? Okay, it's not Iceborne. I'm confused.
We move against fear, against doubt.
So, is it Iceborne or is it not Iceborne? If you're gonna go and kill that Tentacle, you kill it now. I think I'm just gonna take the damage. Yeah, you have to kill it now, exactly. You have to kill it now. It is probably Iceborne. You have to kill it now so that you don't have to deal with this being too big. Question is, do we go for... Because we could go here. I think I'm gonna go like this first. Just get my Tentacle to spawn again. And I'm just gonna play Lookout and have access, like, I wanted to have access to Syncopation here in case the opponent has a way to kill this Illaoi. So this gives me an out by having Syncopation available to protect her. Battle Feast? I think oh man, but like, that's such a bad, like this Iceborne Spider is gonna be pretty crazy. They could have the way to kill Illaoi here. This is what scares me. Like, I really don't want to lose this Illaoi. I really don't want to lose this Illaoi. So I think I'm gonna go Siege Boys instead. If they have like a Black Spear, I want to protect it. If it's Iceborne Spiders, this still gives me the blockers for their units. Yeah, that's the Haste Spike. I'm willing to let that go. I'm willing to let this go. If the opponent has a second Haste Spike, I get punished, or a Black Spear. But I think, oh, Spell Shield, really? That was my way to deal with Viego, was the Worthy Soul, and now the Spell Shield prevents that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, in Worthy Soul would have been the easy way to deal with Viego. I guess we can go Buru Lookout here first.
Navigator,
so that we have a fearsome blocker against the Viego at least. Our Tentacle is gonna get pretty big. Opponent already used triple Battle Feast, right? 1, 2, 3. So this is just letting me potentially level up my Illaoi.
the seas protection takes many forms.
We could go Tentacle Smash just to remove the spell shield so that we can set up for a Unworthy Soul if necessary. He also gets my tentacle bigger without actually putting myself in any threat. And Illaoi is just gonna level up, right? So if we go like this, Illaoi will die because he's only dealing 7. So if we go like this, Illaoi does die. If we go the Guru Leader first, I don't want this Illaoi to die, huh? I don't want this Illaoi to die, unfortunately. Which is what's gonna happen if I attack with her. I could just pass. I could just pass first. So the Iceborne Legacy is for your things here? Interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna actually... The problem... Okay, again, the problem with the attack now is that it's even worse. It's an even worse attack now. So this is 2 plus 7. It's gonna be 9. 9 is gonna be enough to actually level me up.
A chance to live.
I'm gonna actually play the tentacle. I'm gonna play the syncopation, by the way. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let them potentially sacrifice this. I'm gonna play the syncopation, swap it here, protects my Illaoi, right? So this protects my Illaoi. This is not gonna be leveled up just yet. The problem is that the Illaoi doesn't level up, but I kind of wanted to just get the tentacle trigger here. The next turn, we have the Unworthy Soul enabled, so we can bounce back that Viego, and we have the Nagakabouros, where... Perfect. So here we can go Nagakabouros. I can survive the attack by the Hydrovine. I'm willing to take that 7. We just have to bounce back. Yeah, we just have to bounce back. The opponent even gives us the... opponent even gives us the out here of being able to just level up our tentacle, right? So the only out that the opponent has here is going to be Glimpse on this or Haze Spike, right? So it has to be a Glimpse here or a Haze Spike. And the Haze Spike doesn't even kill the tentacle. So then the Nagakabouros just wins us again next turn. So then here we go. Next time we just play the Nagakabouros. We get the Nagakabouros trigger, and the opponent does have enough blockers. But we're kind of chilling because we even have a second Nagakabouros. So this works here. We get the Nagakabouros Tantrum. Let's do this first. Now what? We press OK. They lose their whole board. I guess opponent could have like a Ruination. If they have a Ruination, we can just play the second Nagakabouros and go from there. Yeah. The Syncopation was a little bit awkward, right? The Syncopation was a little bit awkward last turn, for sure. Because all I got out of it was to be able to get my Tentacle 1 higher. But I kind of wanted to be able to get the Unworthy Soul flow enabled, right? I had to use a spell anyways. So if I had to use a spell, I needed to just... At least I could get benefit of it by getting the spawn from the Illaoi. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Teemo Caitlyn. So, Tentacles match is good. Spirit's Refuge is okay. I like the Tentacles match a lot. I want to see if I want to find the one drop. One drop doesn't come down, but the Answer Prayer is also not bad, and Twisted Fate is also good.
Come on, people.
Oh,
Let's make tomorrow today.
Come on. No, don't do it like this. Okay, that's fine. You wanna go, you wanna take it easy first, then take it easy first. I might just go ahead and spend the 3 here. Sorry, the 5 here. I think it's worth it to spend the 5 here. I think I'm gonna have to actually get my tentacle big enough for Spirit's Refuge. This also protects me against like Get Excited or anything like that. It does get punished by a thermal. But this tentacle being this big is good for us.
Hot on the trail.
Right? We can just pass. The opponent could try to have like... Opponent will have to have double removal.
One step ahead.
Do I let them... Do I let them take that 3? I don't think it's correct for us to try to play the Spirit's Refuge right now. Because I could block the Caitlyn and ignore one Pokestick or one Mystic by having access to the Spirit's Refuge. The problem with that is that if they have it, you know, I'm losing the stuff anyways. I don't care about losing this Tentacle right now to like a Mystic. Yeah, that's fine. Like if they have 2 burns, it would have been worse for us. I think this is okay because we potentially can just go Nagakabouros. I guess it's gonna depend how many flash bombs I get, huh? This is one of the few chances that we have to actually play this Nagakabouros out. What do you have? Is it has to be the Caitlyn spell, right? Nothing else makes sense? It has to be the Caitlyn spell there. Nothing else makes sense. We're gonna have to slap the Nagakabouros here. I also don't want that Caitlyn hitting me, so I think I'm gonna just actually go for the ghost here. I know it's a little bit risky because if the opponent has the Teemo, that's gonna be a problem, but I think I actually want to keep this Tentacle healthy and just go like this. We Tentacle Smash next turn to be able to kill a Caitlyn. The Teemo is the only concern now. But the opponent hasn't found their 3-drop to make Teemo kind of be leveled up just yet. So right now, they're kind of playing more of a flash bomb game than they are... Okay, they actually have to get excited, wow. So they actually have to get excited, so we end up wasting the ghost anyways. I still think we're okay. We can block with Illaoi, even if he doesn't kill the Caitlyn. We could just kill her with Rek'Gar after, or Tentacle Smash. Am I scared of this damage that I'm taking?
Prepared for anything.
I think I have to be now, right?
Regulation equipment.
I have to kind of be scared of this damage that I'm taking now. If you're going like that, what are we doing, right? If we go Guru Lookout, we have double the amount of blockers. You get to level up Teemo, which is a little bit scary. And by a little, I mean a lot, but I think I prefer to have the blockers. We have flash bombs, 1 left. I'm gonna have 2. Opponent taps out of the way for Caitlyn to actually stop us. I have to block with the Illaoi, I think, right? I think I block with the Illaoi.
Or be moved.
Set this up to die to like a Rek'Gar if we need to. The problem is that my Illaoi is now just dying to like a lot of things. We can try to go Tentacle Smash on the Teemo first. Right? So we can Tentacle Smash on the Teemo first. Get our Tentacle bigger. I do need to be able to deal with this Caitlyn, because this Caitlyn is going to push a lot of damage next turn. I think I need to be able to do the Rek'Gar right now. I need to be able to do this Rek'Gar to kill Caitlyn. Do we let this die? I think we let this die. The other option is a second Tentacle Smash to kill the Caitlyn and actually keep the Illaoi alive. But if we go 3 health, we go to 4 and Illaoi is still gonna die to one of these blockers. So I don't think that's correct. I think it's just Rek'Gar. This is still a 5 power blocker. Opponent did discard. Opponent discarded opponent discarded what's it called? Karina when they did that Get Excited. So that does kind of tell me that they potentially have a second one. It's gonna be all a matter of if I can hit the Spear's Refuge. If the Spear's Refuge can put in work, I think I'm okay. If it doesn't, I think I'm in trouble. Because I'm down to 6. If the opponent has a second Karina, I lose. Otherwise, the Spear's Refuge can get me there. And then we can follow with a Tentacle Smash to heal all the way to pool.
You're bluffing.
So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go like this. The problem is that obviously the opponent doesn't have any units for Tentacle Smash to actually matter now. There we go. We can pass and have Twin plus Tentacle Smash. Insider Knowledge. 3 Flash Bombs. It's scary. I think I'm not gonna play around the 3 Flash Bombs hitting me. Yeah, they didn't. There we go. Opponent gives us what we're looking for. So now we can Tentacle Smash again. Letting myself heal back up. Have Twin as a backup in case the opponent has removal for it, like a Mystic Shot. But the idea here is that we wanted to be able to heal back up. And the opponent allows us to do exactly that. So then we can go Watchful Idol. We can go Watchful Idol here. Potentially play... I guess we're gonna have to play Illaoi and the Seas Boys, right? To have a chance. We have to play both Illaoi and the Seas Boys, because the opponent has a blocker. This still gives me access to deny.
Stand and be tested.
So we can deny the Karina. This gives the Overwhelm, and we're gonna have Overwhelm on 2 units. And we still have access to Twin. There we go. So we still have access to Twin to save it. We could now... If the opponent has a second get excited, I'm kind of screwed, right? Okay, opponent gave up anyways, but... The other option... Like... If the opponent had a third get excited, because they already used 2 of them, then I would have been screwed there. Because we would be tapping out of the second Twin once we played the 3-3. So, GG's. In this match, we're going against Annie Jhin, so it's going to be aggro. We do play Spear's Refuge, which could allow us to come back against aggro. We also do have a pretty good hand here, I think. I think I'm going to actually go for the Watchful Idol and the Answer Prayer, because it's going to give us a Tentacle that's going to be really big for the opponent to deal with. Hey, how you doing? I honestly, I love when people emote me. You know, and I guess recognize our name and emote us. It's pretty nice. I like it. This is gonna give us the blocker. If the opponent does an open attack, I'm gonna absolutely play the Answer Prayer and make our Tentacle be a good blocker against the Annie. Okay, perfect. I guess now we can just block the Bunkuroki. That's probably better. Is that true? I'm not scared of the Annie level.
Put this here.
Oh, if opponent doesn't even attack, that's even better. I think you attack with both. Yeah, I think you absolutely attack with both. Because you're making us make the decision here. Is it the Annie level up that we're scared about, or is it the damage that we're going to keep taking? I guess we go like this. Because the opponent is still going to be in a position... Like, my concern about the Annie is if the opponent has a Disintegrate, like a second Annie. That's the only reason why it's probably correct to kill the Annie instead of the Bunkuroki. But it would have been a lot more damage if I did it that way. We have the Tentacle Smash now, so I don't think I'm that concerned about it. We go here. We're gonna save the Tentacle Smash for next turn, unless the opponent goes crazy here. Alright. Opponent absolutely went crazy, so let's just go ahead and play the Tentacle Smash now. I wanted to save it for next turn so that we actually have the Illaoi in the field and try to level her up, but the opponent kind of went this way. I could have gone against the Bunkuroki, but again, I am kind of a little bit scared of a second Annie presenting Disintegrate value, so I'm just gonna go here and just take that extra 2 damage from the Bunkuroki. Now, if the opponent doesn't open, we can play Twisted Fate and just chill. If the opponent goes like this, then we can block like this, to be honest, because this is gonna be the same damage overall. You see that, like, if I block here, I'm taking 1. And then another Undermine next turn takes me to 3, which is the same amount of damage as if I block here. I'm willing to prefer just block the Bunkuroki. That's one less skill that counts towards, you know, any one of the opponent's units. And here, this is actually lethal because of the overwhelm and the elusive on the tentacle. Especially if the opponent is on a blocker. We just open attack. This is gonna be 8. This is gonna be 10. I don't even need to present the ghost because the opponent actually doesn't play any blockers, and that's game. You're gonna have to have double fervor to kill one of my units, and that doesn't matter because I have Deny as a backup. So it ended up working out as well to kill the Bunkuroki because he got rid of a blocker, allowing us again to just open attack. We did have the ghost anyways to do it, but you know, more efficient this way. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Tristana, Teemo, Gnar. So, Watchful Idol is a great start. This is more like an aggressive deck. So I think we want to look for Illaoi and kind of other blockers. The Buru Lookout is not a bad blocker. Our Tentacle is going to get pretty big, and obviously we can get a lot of value from it. We need to have Illaoi as soon as we can. The Deny doesn't really do anything. We have our blocker. I'm willing to sacrifice it into the bird to start with. That's not a problem. We're gonna have the Nagakabouros after the fact. Oh, this hand is not looking great. We're gonna have. I think I want to go Nagakabouros next turn. Do we ever block that? I don't think that we do now. I probably should have taken that damage, to be honest, but because the opponent just committed for that and nothing else, I don't think we actually do anymore. I think I want to look for the... Illaoi, and there we go. I'm down to attack here, because this is going to go to 5. We played the Illaoi, we played the Buru Lookout, and we get 3 blockers, and the opponent could go a lot wider than us. But the Feast, yeah, especially with the Mayor, they're going to be able to go really wide. We can block the Mayor. We have Illaoi to block the ceiling. This Tentacle is already at 5. He's going to level up Illaoi really quickly, and that just wins us the game. I think that just wins us the game. Right? We go here. You can go as wide as you can, but as long as I have this Spirit's Refuge, I should be okay. I would like to go for the Lookout, so that we can get the Tentacle as big as possible and just level up the Illaoi ASAP. Opponent could... So what are you going for here? Maybe they're looking for the way to kill this Tentacle? Or kill Illaoi? Either way, I think I'm just blocking. The Reveler's Feast is focus speed now, not burst speed. Okay, so it was a might. So we do lose the Tentacle, quote unquote, but we baited our might out of them, and next time we just do the Buru Lookout, and we're still in a good spot to set up for the Spirit's Refuge eventually. So I don't think I'm too concerned about this. We're just gonna have to play around the we're just gonna have to play around the fervor so that we can actually heal up with the Spirit's Refuge. And we just attack with everything here. Opponent has no way to actually kill my units. If they go down to 2, then next time we just win the game, right? I think we still win the game anyways because we have ghosts. And I don't think the opponent can present lethal to us next time because we can always just recall that Tristana if the opponent actually commits something scary with her. I also don't know why they blocked the Illaoi instead of... was it the same amount of damage? I mean, because they could have blocked one of these 2 units. Oh, they wanted to block the Illaoi so that they could go burst. Yeah, they could go burst the shot. But again, it doesn't matter because we can just ghost to win the game next time. Or we can Tentacle Smash here, the Tristana.
Let's see some Python Jank action.
So now we just absolutely win, right? We just... I don't even think I need to do anything. I just need to just keep the Spirit's Refuge. Do a Tentacle Smash or do a Spirit's Refuge? If we Tentacle Smash... I think I prefer the Tentacle Smash to kill the Tristana. And we can keep the Spirit's Refuge as a way to like protect against Fervor maybe. Although I guess we have Deny anyways, and we also have Twin. So we can just kill this here. Go down to 10. Next time we just go Ghost. And we'll have enough mana for Twin and Spear's Refuge to protect against even double Fervor. So yeah, we just go Ghost. We even drew, even if the opponent has a way to stop this, we have the Brewer Leader that gets us there. And most of the opponent could have double Fervor, but we have the Twin, Deny, and Spear's Refuge to protect against it. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Annie Jhin. So a little bit of an aggro here. We do have Spear's Refuge, which can be really nice at dealing with the opponent's units. I might keep this Answer Prayer just to make sure that we have a blocker early. Oh, that's even better. Okay, so this hand is perfect, right? We do Watchful Idol, gives me the 1-cost spawn, and then we can Answer Prayer to get that spawn to be a 3/3, which lets me block Annie or Bunkuroki on turn 2, no matter what the opponent plays. If the opponent just open attacks, I can just block with the 1/1 spawn and be okay with that as well. So, yeah, this is playing exactly like other games that I have gone against Annie Jhin. The only concern here is, do we block the Bunkuroki or do we block the Annie? And I think I prefer to block the Bunkuroki. Yeah. It's less damage because the Bunkuroki is a 1 power, and it's also preventing that skill later on because we can always just block the skill on the Annie. The only punish to that is that if the opponent does have a second Annie in their hand, then the Disintegrate is actually going to be really good against the Illaoi. We don't have anything else to remove the opponent's units here, so I think we just open attack for 4, just get them a little bit low, and try to go for the Illaoi next turn. We can block that second Bunkuroki. We might have lethal next turn between the Ghosts. Between the Ghosts and the Overwhelm, we might have lethal next turn. So we just have to play Illaoi here. We might, if the opponent keeps 2 mana, I'm not gonna block. So because the opponent kept 2 mana, I'm actually not gonna block because of the second Annie. The second Annie means that we lose the Illaoi. If we don't block, let's think about this. If we don't block, we go down to 7. Next turn, we have Ghost and Nagakabouros, which brings us up to 8. That should be lethal, right? Because it doesn't matter, the Overwhelm will get through. I guess opponent could have double Fervor technically. The opponent could have double Fervor and we don't have a way to stop the double Fervor. So the only punish to this lethal here is going to be double Fervor. We have to go because I don't want to get punished by the opponent having access to a stun. So I think I'm just going to go for the lethal here. We have Twin now, so we don't even lose to the double Fervor. So this is 8. This is going to be 10. Oh, we're 1 off, which means that we actually do have to commit the Deny. Yeah, we're 1 off. We're 1 off. We're going to have to actually commit the Twin, not the Deny, sorry. So we have to commit the Twin. Opponent plays the Disintegrate. We go Twin. We go here. And we're okay, right? We got presented the Twin ahead of time, by the way, so that the Illaoi would have gotten a little bit bigger. And there we go. We were 1 off. We were 1 off from my math, but because we top decked the Twin, it ended up not mattering. And there you go. And opponent did. I couldn't tell if they top decked that Disintegrate or if they actually had it in their hand. But either way, I'm glad that I played around the second hand. So GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's video. You kind of see what I'm talking about. We got to see it all today. We got to see the Nagakabouros win condition. We got to see the Illaoi win condition. We have to see Ghost putting in some work. We kind of got to see every variation of how you're able to actually win with this deck, which is why I really like it a lot. As you saw in a lot of our games, it's all about just that tentacle, right? The bigger you can get that tentacle, the bigger chances you have of winning, because then by the time you drop Illaoi down, Illaoi is going to level up really quickly. By the time you drop your Nagakabouros, you're going to be really close to triggering the tantrum, etc, etc, etc. It can be very solid at just punishing the opponent that are not able to actually deal with a tentacle that's that big. And everything from the Bilgewater package kind of helps us to do exactly that, while having the utility from Ionia to kind of back it up. In terms of mulligan, I think I'm always kind of looking for the Watchful Idol. It's usually the most critical card of this deck, but I also do like keeping the Illaoi. But a lot of times I'm just trying to mulligan everything, again, for the Watchful Idol, Eye of God, Answered Prayer sometimes can be good, and obviously Illaoi, so that we can start building those tentacles up early and not kind of waste too much time in the early game. The Watchful Idol is so good at doing that because it's just naturally building your tentacle up without the opponent being able to kind of react to it, which is amazing. And obviously the curve of Watchful Idol into Eye of God is usually what you want to look for because it makes your tentacle a 3/3 right away, which again is really tough for a lot of opponents to be able to deal with that. Other strategies is like, obviously we are playing one Buru leader here. If you only want to use him when in combination with Ghost or when your tentacle already has Overwhelm, it's just a cheeky way to potentially commit some lethal. We didn't get to see it in this video, but it does happen every now and then. Sometimes if you have the ability and you already have an Illaoi in the field, you can also use it to actually try to level up that Illaoi instead. Again, it's a flexible card that can be used in such situations. Tentacle Smash is probably your strongest card in this deck, so make sure that you always potentially have this open to stop the opponent from just developing whatever they want, and you're able to actually deal with their threats early rather than later. And obviously, again, because of how important it is to keep that big tentacle alive, the biggest strategy of this deck is to not tap out of resources, whether it's Deny to protect against a Vengeance, or Syncopation to be able to swap and protect against a Vengeance, or stuff like Unworthy Soul to protect against a single combat or concerted strike, or a Spirit's Refuge to protect against like a Thermogenic Beam or similar. You always want to have ways to be able to answer what your opponent potentially can do to deal with your tentacle. Because if you have a really big tentacle and the opponent removes it, it's a lot harder to be able to bounce back up and start from scratch again, unless you are able to get like a Nagakabouros to stick, because obviously this one is gonna make your tentacles increase pretty quickly over time. Aside from that, I think there's nothing else to be said about this. It's really a combo deck. Just get that tentacle in the field as big as possible, and then win the game with Illaoi, with Ghost, or with Nagakabouros, and kind of go from there. If you like today's video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. That way you're not missing out on our content. We also stream at Twitch, Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.